Armed with a more realistic and more current understanding of the bystander effect, there are two things that you can do with this knowledge. And let me begin with the most basic, although maybe this is the most important for you, and that's as follows. What do you do if you're in a crowd and you need help? Bob Cialdini, who is a former professor at Arizona State University who has a best-selling book on power and influence, does a really nice job of giving very specific advice here. And it's advice that I think you can use. It's an idea that is certainly worth spreading. When you need help, your job is not to get anyone to help. Your job is to get one person to help. And if you can get one person to help, other people will follow. Now, how do you do that? If you're an audience and you know someone's name, you can call that person out. In another situation, you may not know, and you may literally have to find a way to single someone out. So, for example, in an audience like this, it would be very difficult, I think, to convince someone to come up and be on camera and be on stage. But if I said, I need help, and I pointed, and I said, ma'am, you have white jacket on the sides with pattern. I need you to come. I need your help. Please, I see your shoes with the white laces. Come on, please, come right here. I need your help. Actually, I just need you to flip my slides. So hold those if you can. And then when you're ready, I'll tell you, and you will flip by pushing that button. Are you happy to be up here? Yes. She says, I'm super happy. If you want help, and you can go ahead and click the button to go forward, perfect. Now you know how to get help in a crowd. All you need is one person. Were I to call someone else up now, people would be more willing and likely to come. So we can use this in all aspects of our life. We can use it to get help in a crowd. We can use it to get help as a volunteer. If you're running an office and you need someone to volunteer, don't just ask anyone. Get one person, and then other people will follow. So that's the first piece of advice, the first idea we're spreading with your new knowledge of the bystander effect. It says that all you really need is one person and others will follow. Next slide. Margaret Mead, who is perhaps the United States' most famous cultural anthropologist, said, never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. I remember the first time I heard this quote, it made me really tired. Because I imagined small groups of people working late at night trying to change the world. That's a lot of work for small groups of people to do. Whether you're building bridges in Peru, whether you're working with your pastor and a small group of committed citizens within your church to help a hurting community, it's a lot for a small group of people to do. But if we take what we know about the bystander effect seriously now, I think we understand the idea that it's not really about that small group getting everything done. It's about that small group becoming the catalyst for others to follow. You can click to the next slide. If we think about what happened in the 60s with Martin Luther King, we have a tendency to elevate the Reverend Martin Luther King and say, look what he did. And the reality is that he did not do it alone. He had groups of people that he locked hands with and arms with, and they marched together. And when they marched, others followed. You turn to the